And there you are. Come on in, guys. Welcome. Come on in. Don't be shy. Good to see all you guys out there. Oh, good to see all our friends out there. Um, we're doing a lot more streaming. So this is improvised, but we're doing a lot more streaming. Good to see everybody. And let's take a look and see who's in here. But before we do, let me just give an outline of what we're doing. We don't have a topic today for the Planetary Union coach per se, except that I'm going to extend an invitation to you, to everybody out there. I'm going to extend an invitation to you. And before we get into that invitation, let's go see who's in here. So we're streaming on both channels. Planetary Union Coach streams on both. And hey, hello to everybody over there on the Inspiration TV team. Oh, geez, I hope Arg is not over there with you guys. I hope he's not over there. Arg helped us pick out our AI image for today, by the way. Let's see that. Hey, Snortapoopus, good to see you. Hello, humans and other critters. Hello, Snortapoopus. It's funny isn't it funny how Snortapoopus actually talks like a Ferengi? Hello, humans. Good to see you. Good to see you, our favorite polar bear. There is Brother Lee Fisk, looking like he's in tip-top shape there. He's working out, hitting that gym. Look at Lee. He's looking good there. Good looking fit there, my friend. Hola, hermano Lee. Likes the intro. Hey, Deej. Good to see you, Deej. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, Peach is live. At some point down the road, way down the road, because we got a lot of stuff to do, kicking off Inspiration, but down the road, we need to do a Deej Peach at some point, my friend. Good to see you, Deej. What's up, Deej? And hey, Positive Candor, good to see you, my friend. Good to see Positive Candor. Awesome to see you. Hope you are well, my friend. And Mercer Create, good to see you, Mercer Create. I always like your little image there, Mercer Create. I just finished a rewatch last night with of the Orville? Could it be the Orville? Just finished a rewatch last night with a new fan. Oh, are you talking about the Orville? Please tell us. Hey, LDG, good to see you. Free the net. LDG's out there fighting the fight, freeing the net. Good to see you, my friend. Awesome to see you. And I hope we get a update on you with you guys if you guys are doing anything with Bird's channel. You can let us know too here if you want. If you're doing anything with Bird's channel, good to see you, LDG. Brother Lee is giving out blessings to everybody. Blessing everybody. Good to see you, Brother Lee, giving out blessings. Hey, Gap. Good to see Gap after dark. The black kitty cat there with a funky collar. He's got a funky collar. Is that a glow-in-the-dark collar? Good to see you, Gap. Peach, tomorrow, Mama Pray and I will be doing a Bird of Prey 5 Remembrance stream. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good to know. Do you want to put in the link? Teach? That's good to know. I'm going to set an alarm for that, maybe, so I don't forget. What channel? On Bird's channel? Bird's channel, Deej? Yes, a new fan. We were watching 4 to 8 episodes a night. Oh, wow. So a fan of the Orville. Hey, Mercer. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Glad you're enjoying it. Awesome. I believe tomorrow is tomorrow. Oh, is tomorrow the 1 year anniversary? Oh, geez. I gotta say, we miss Bird. Yes, it'll be 1 year tomorrow. I'm missing Bird. So what? The 26th of August, huh? Miss Bird. Yeah, I mean, Bird is greatly missed. There's many people too. We lost many people over the last few years, huh? But Bird is special. It will be on Bird's channel and mine and your channel. Okay, thank you, Deej. I appreciate that. I'm sure. I guess LDG's probably involved with that too. Rest in peace, Bird of Prey. Oh, you introduced him to the show. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, Mercer. Awesome. Yes, we miss Bird. Hey, Arg, we got didn't we have a shout out for Bird that we did? And we only used it. I'm not even sure Bird actually heard it. Did we? Did he hear it there? Why don't you do your Bird shout out there?
Kappa! Good to see you there, Bopper boy.
Yeah, and I'm sure Bopper Boy is watching from somewhere. No doubt. Greatly missed, Bopper Boy. All right, guys. So this is a Planetary Union coaching stream. So what are we going to talk about? Arg. I'll tell him. Forget it. I'll tell him. It's better that I tell them. So I asked. So we're doing a workshop, right? We're doing a workshop on inspiration. It's going to be a free workshop, and it's called the Great Awakenings Workshop, right? And so we've been looking at several. We've been looking at different images for marketing, right? And yes, Kapla to everybody. Much success. Kapla means success, right? So we're going to be. We've been looking at. So Arg and I were working today on images. We're using AI, and we were looking at images for marketing, and for marketing the Great Awakenings Workshop, and we came up with several. This is not my favorite, but it was Arg's favorite, because while I wasn't looking, Arg, we were seeing before this, we were joking around like where's Waldo? We were talking about Waldo. Where's Waldo? Where Waldo's hiding somewhere in the picture. And so Arg said, well, Arg said he's going to do a where's Arg in the marketing for the workshop. So where is it, Arg? So he came up with this one, which I kind of like, actually. And if you're able to spot Arg in here, he's kind of in here. Although, to be honest, you're looking more like. So yeah, there's Arg. I mean, there's the marketing, the Great Awakenings Workshop, right? And it's very pretty. It's very these luminous beings of. So what is this about? Let's before we pick out. You guys can pick out Arg. I think he's in there. You can see him, little green guy in there. I don't know how. I don't know how you snuck yourself in there, Arg. I'm not sure how you snuck yourself in there, but anyway.
Stay on target there now, Maria.
Maria, no, stay on target there, Peach. Oh, are you like just recording these, Arg, and not shouting them out yourself? Or you picked the wrong one? You're getting lazy, dude. Oh, all righty. You're getting lazy.
Stay on target there now, Pidge.
Okay, that's better. So Lee likes this one, huh? So the Great Awakenings Workshop, guys, is going to be about all the awakening that's going on planet Earth, all the awakening that's going on with regards to humanity and the collective consciousness of humanity, all of the awakening that's going on spiritually. There's a lot of awakening going on spiritually. All of the awakening that's going on about truth and knowledge and people, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk about tumultuous times, and people are like, oh, there's all this craziness and all this whatever. Things are not as bad as people make them out to be. In general, I mean, there's bad stuff going around, and there's a couple of wars going on, and there's probably more wars going on than we might, know about. There's probably a lot of little skirmishing going on all over the planet, but in general, I mean, in many ways, things are better than they've been in a long time, and a lot of times there's people have vested interest, or organizations have vested interest in saying, oh, all this craziness and chaos but you know what? Not really. It also depends on how you perceive life, right? Do you choose to perceive life in a wonderful, harmonious, daily experience? Now, it doesn't mean that bad stuff can't happen. It doesn't mean that stuff won't surprise you. It doesn't mean you're not going to find obstacles. It doesn't mean that you're not going to, have to work for stuff. It doesn't mean that you're not going to, excuse me. It doesn't mean that you're just going to be able to coast right through your week, right? You might have to actually do stuff. This is a physical life we're in. And even though there's spiritual components to, there's a grand spiritual component to everything, you might actually have to get out there and move your ass and do stuff and work and now, but it doesn't have to be as hard as you think, as hard as we might think. And you know what? With regards to the Great Awakenings, right? Let me just blow this up a little bit. I want to, and so this is ultimately not going to be the, I don't think this is ultimately going to be the market. Well, this is some of the marketing. Let's say that Arg likes it. So we're some of the marketing. The media likes to make things seem worse and how they sell it. Of course. Absolutely. Did you read the Orville novella? I have not, because I've had trouble with Amazon. So I've not been able to read it, Mercer. Did you read it? I'm dying to read it, to be honest. How about when Borders put the pain pride in Topo Tormentor's eye? Yeah. Did he actually put it in his eye? I forgot. Yeah. I guess you watched that last night, huh? It's a great novella, but very different from the show. Yeah, that's what I heard. I really want to read it soon. I have lots of trouble with Amazon. I have lots of trouble with Amazon. I'm not sure why, and their help cannot. Their customer service doesn't correct the problem for me. So we'll see. I'll fix it soon, I hope. And so the Great Awakenings, guys, the Great Awakenings workshop is going to be about recognizing. Hold on, let me just look at something here. Recognizing. It's going to be about recognizing how we are awakening in so many different ways, like spiritually, knowledge, being able to see behind the veil of what that veil that we've all been living in. Hell, folks, another crazy Monday there. I'm just telling everybody it's not crazy, but you're funny, John. Good to see you, John, the Beagle Dad of Porthos. Adorable dog. Adorable. Porthos is adorable. So the workshop's going to be just one afternoon workshop. Well, it depends where you are in the world. It's going to be a couple hours workshop. It's going to be a free workshop. And here, if you guys have not done so, in order to sign up for the workshop, you just join the waiting list for inspiration. Okay. And I'm putting that into the link. And by joining the waitlist for inspiration, some of you guys may have already done so, but if you haven't, then please do so. By joining the waitlist for inspiration, you will you will get an email when we do the workshop, which is in about like 10 to 15 days. I'll put a date there soon. So yeah. So what is this awakening that we're talking about? The awakening that we're talking about is on a spiritual level, even on a religious level. I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, but the uncontaminated version of the uncontaminated and the unmanipulated version of many religions is very valid. So it is important to discern where the pure version of your faith is at, right? So will you have, what is that, Lee? Sorry. Will you have a guest panelist for the workshop? We are gonna, that will be, we'll bring that up soon. We might have a guest panelist for the workshop. We might. Yes. So we'll be talking about that soon. Thank you, Brother Lee. And so spiritual, even religious awakenings, how, in the sense that how maybe people begin, there's a lot of people who are beginning to live their faith in a more pure way without all the doctrine, for example, or not focusing on the doctrine. Intellectual, thank you, Gap, intellectual awakenings, awakening our knowledge on an individual level and as a collective consciousness on Earth. Social awakenings. Now, we could say that there have been a lot of awakenings in the last few years, social awakenings. And the whole like woke culture of trying to awaken people to be aware of certain things. Now, that is obviously, that effort to awaken people socially is often very manipulated too. So what's going to happen is that people are going to become better and are becoming better at using their connection here, right, in the human heart, in your mind and in the human heart, using their connection to their higher self and being able to discern where manipulation is going on, right? The only time people feel that they are part of something bigger than themselves is when they are part of a massive downvote. That's funny, Mercer. That's funny. That's obviously from the majority rules. Did she actually say that? Did she actually say that, Mercer? The only time people feel that they are part of something bigger than themselves is when they are part of a massive downvote. That's funny. Oh man. Um, so, oh, it's from the last episode. Really? Oh, dude, you're turning into quite the Mercer. You're turning into quite the into the quite the trivia guy for Orville, huh? Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So, now what's going to happen is that the great awakenings, and I say awakenings in plural for many reasons, because it's on several different levels, right, of our personality. It's in several different areas, right? And it's also as a collective consciousness on many different levels, right? It's kind of like an onion, and there's different layers to the onion, right? And there's a there's a collective consciousness of Earth and of your continent and of your country and of your region and of your neighborhood and of your family and friends and your work friends and your other friends, and there's all kinds of collective consciousnesses, and there's all kinds of awakenings going on. And like and as you guys know, there may be stuff, right? There may be stuff that you are comfortable sharing in one group that is more aware of something, and you are less comfortable sharing it with another group, right? Um, I do suggest this though too. If you feel that there are awakenings, knowledge, wisdom, awareness that benefit people in other areas of your life, start to share, right? Start to share what you're doing here with your friends, or maybe it's your online friends, or maybe it's your work friends, or maybe it's your cousin, or maybe it's whatever, right? Start to share whatever the awakenings that you're having in one area, and spread it around, right? Don't be greedy. Spread it around. Be generous. Spread your awareness around. Spread it with people in the chat. Spread it with people at the store. Perfect strangers. Share it, right? Share the awareness. Sharing the awareness of your awakenings is the most, probably is one of the main functions of many people who are here on the planet at this time, right? Because so many people are going through some type of awakening, and some of you might not be able to describe it. And actually, raise your hand. Raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand in the chat, guys, if you have gone through any kind of awakening in the last few years. Let's say, have you gone through any kind of awakening on any level since COVID, for example? COVID was an awakening in itself too, right? As COVID progressed, it was an experience that taught us a lot of things, right? And hello, Tian Telly. Good to see you, Maria. Thank you for popping in here. And Brother Lee says he's gone through a couple of awakenings. Raise your hand, guys. Raise your hand if you've gone through any kind of awakenings. I've gone through awakenings. I know people in here who've gone through awakenings. I know people in the chat. I know people who are lurking who've gone through awakenings. Maria can raise her hand. And Gap is going to raise his hand too. I've definitely gone through awakenings. There's lots of stuff that we go through. Hey, Zach's, good to see you, my friend. I always love Zach's little logo there, Lone Ranger logo. Good to see you, my friend. Raise your hand, guys, if you have gone through some awakenings in the last few years since COVID, maybe since the beginning of COVID or during the end of COVID. So, well, I'll talk soon, Mercer Create. My avatar is from Farside. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I love Farside. I'm just not, you know what? You're not used to seeing it. Not used to seeing Farside in I'm not used to seeing Far Side in like a 3D image there, right? Oh, Smooth Talker there. So, yeah. Porthos and I had a lot of walking just after the storm with a cooler pavement. Oh, that's awesome. That's much appreciated, the cooler pavement, huh? I know what you're talking about. It's from the cover of the book, Prehistory of the Far Side. Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for sharing, Mercer. Cool, very cool. Prehistory of the Far Side. Awesome. So we'll see what Mercer has to. We'll see what Mercer has to say when he talks soon, at some point. So, and there's all kinds of awakenings that are. We're basically on an exponential growth curve for awakening in so many areas of life, and some people who are talking about the chaos, what they're really feeling is an accelerated pace of awakening and change, right? Change affects human beings in many ways. The main way change affects human beings is it can seem to cause instability, right? Did you ever get the Orville essays book? I did not. No, I did not. At some point, Mercer, when my budget allows, I am gonna get. We're gonna dig into Orville Nation and do lots of little things about the Orville. Go back and do and check out stuff like that, the Orville essays book, and some of the other stuff that they put out. I've awakened to what matters and why it matters, when it matters, who matters, and how it matters. I'm going to take a screenshot of that, Gap, with your permission. I love what you just said. I've awakened to what matters. Can I quote you on that, Gap? I've awakened to what matters and why it matters, when it matters, who matters, and how it matters. That's wonderful. I think that's wonderful. And it is important to realize, guys, to realize what really matters, because and that's a different kind of awakening. That's on the spiritual side, right? And the thing is, the Gap just really phrased it really, really well. I'm definitely going to quote you on that, Gap. Definitely. Okay. Thank you. I can quote you on that, right? Yeah. Because that is going on for so many people. They're realizing what matters. And some people, unfortunately, there are still some people who are not seeing it, and like they're not putting their priorities into order properly, right? This is some very personal stuff we're talking about, right? This is a very personal experience to every single person. It's called Exploring the Orville. So what you're the book is the essays book is called Exploring the Orville. Yeah, okay, that rings a bell. Yeah, I want to be able to completely fanboy the Orville as soon as I get a little budget for it, and hopefully we'll be able to. We're going to pump the Orville Nation channel as soon as we get inspiration. My talk sounds like Seth, right? A little bit like Seth doesn't actually say it, but when people talk about Seth, like he's, season 4 will get off the ground when people, probably when he finishes with Naked Gun and Ted and this and that. Right? So when we get inspiration off the ground, we're going to go back and and we're gonna refocus on Orville Nation. Thanks for sharing, Mercer. And Ed, where it matters. Okay. Where it matters. Gotcha. Hey, Lady Mist. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lady Mist. How are you doing today, young lady?
What is that now, Misty Gal?
No, there's Arg. You can't refute. He can't he can't shut up. He's got to say hi to Misty Girl. I mean, Lady Mist. Hey, Colleen, good to see you, my friend. Oh, I have to talk to you. I got to email you back. I have a little list here between today and tomorrow. Email Colleen. Good to see you, Colleen. How are you, my friend? She's got a nice picture of herself. We all do better when we all do better. Isn't that the truth? We all do better when we all do better. Yes, JP's been promoting that. Absolutely, Mercer. Will Anaya come home to Earth? Yeah, I definitely think the Anaya storyline is. I definitely think the Anaya storyline is going to be addressed. Absolutely going to be addressed. Yep. 1 second. Give me 1 sec, guys. I got to do something. 1 second. Let's see. So if you guys go, to the inspiration waitlist, right? And I'm sorry, if you go below in the description, you guys will see. You probably might have to refresh because I just put it in there. If you guys refresh, you will see this, what I'm putting in the chat as well. By joining the inspiration waitlist, you guys will be given a heads up for the Great Awakenings workshop. So, consciousness and interconnectedness. Consciousness and interconnectedness. Yeah, you guys, we are all connected, aren't we? We are all connected in some fashion. What if we're the same? What if we're different versions, right? Different versions of. We're all different versions of the Creator, and we're down here experiencing life from all angles, right? I really love how Kelly is a part of Bortus's family. It reminds me of Guinan and Picard. Beyond friendship, beyond family. That's a good analogy. It's interesting how that materialized, right? It's interesting, Mercer, how that materialized. Yeah, it is interesting. It is good. It is cool. It is cool how Mercer, how Kelly is part of that. Has become part of that, right? It is interesting. So guys, if you go to the inspiration.club, join the wait list, and you will be given within 10 to 15 days. We're going to set a date for that Great Awakenings workshop. There's a free workshop, and we're going to be talking about all of the spiritual, the knowledge, the piercing the veil, all of that awakening that's going on, all that awareness that's coming into awareness, all the awareness that's coming into awareness. I was something cooked up in a science lab. I know, Deej. I'm sure you were, actually. Deej, if anybody was cooked up in a science lab, it was Deej, no doubt. And awesome. Thank you, Gap. And you will be getting an email, my friend. You'll be getting an email when you are getting an email when we set the date in a couple of days. And we will be talking to you guys about when we're doing the workshop. And there's going to be what we're going to end up doing is if anybody does miss it, we will do. We're going to end up doing another day of it, so people don't miss it. Temptation is rampant. Deception is always present. Redemption is guaranteed. Oh, interesting. Positive candor. Temptation is rampant. Is it rampant? Now, there are things. Now, listen. So we're here to live, right? We're here to live. So there are things. There are things that we cannot be. There are things that we need to be. How do I say this? There are things that we're here to experience things, right? That doesn't mean that experiencing everything is on the table, right? So there are some things that can be considered temptations. There are all kinds of temptations. You might have the temptation to yell at the guy who beeped at you, right, on the freeway. Doesn't mean you need to do it, right? So temptation is an interesting topic to contemplate. There's all kinds of temptation, and usually the conversation between temptation and mental discipline, right, are very they're paired, right? Temptations was a good move down. Speaking about temptations, by the way, I did not even intend to bring this up. Speaking about the temptations, we will have somebody connected. Not from the temptations, but connected to the temptations on Inspiration very soon. So some of you guys might know who that is. Would you agree there's been only 3 to 4 right awakenings? Are you talking about historical cycles? But theologians still argue about the 4th awakening. Are you talking about historical cycles in human history, or are you talking about the philosophy? Or are you talking about the philosophy of awakening? Okay. I think you're talking about the philosophy, right? Yeah, I think you're talking about the philosophy. I am no longer qualified to answer that question. Oh, history. Okay. I don't know how many it is. I don't think we really know how many it's been. And are you talking about known history, or are you talking about Earth history? You mean like human, what we consider human history, known history, or do you mean like Earth history? Gap. I used to be a smart guy. I used to be. Too many bumps in the head. That's an interesting question. So history, says Gap. Known history. Okay, I see. So I will go back to answering that question. I used to answer that question. I'm not sure how to answer it now. The older I get, the more I know. The older I get, the more I know little. And even though we can accumulate a lot of knowledge, I'm not sure. And obviously there's a whole Western civilization perspective there, what would you say, Gap, to that? What would you say? Because I'm no longer qualified to answer that question. What would you say? There's an awakening every day if you consider those who follow daily, growing daily. I guess it would be known history tied with a faith. I guess it would be known history tied with faith because what I've read theologians argue about known history and spiritual history. Okay, I see what you're going. I see where you're going. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't know how to. I'm not sure how to put a number on it, and I have not. Don't make me think again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to put a number in it. I'm not sure how to put a number on that. It's definitely a Western perspective, right? For sure. What do you say, Gap? Yeah, I do want to make you think again. So what makes awakenings great? Because it doesn't always feel great when you're going through it. That is a great point, Colleen. That's a great point. Now, going through an awakening, and we were talking about this probably before Colleen came in. There's people talking about how the world is in chaos and this and that, and a lot of times it's the media hyping stuff up, or people are trying to manipulate the masses, trying to hype about chaos and about how crappy life is and how nuts everything is. But I do think that going through change, right? And awakenings imply change in some way, in certain ways. And going through change can feel unstable, right? And it can feel scary sometimes, and like kind of what Colleen is going through. And it can feel a lot of uncertainty, and it can feel like we said, scary. And so now, being out of your comfort zone is not necessarily a bad thing, right? Being out of your comfort zone is not necessarily a bad thing. So awakenings are going to imply, in many cases, being out of your comfort zone, right? You're coming to new realizations about certain things. What about you? What do you say about that, Colleen? I think Colleen is more than qualified to put in her 2 cents on that. What do you think about awakenings and change and uncertainty? I had a great awakening after 8 hours of sleep. Does that count? I'm glad you got 8 hours, Deej. I thought you were trying to kill yourself, doing these 24-hour streams before. Yeah, sleep is awesome. Sleep, guys, is much better and much more healing than people realize, by the way. Sleep is more important and more healing and better for your health than people realize. And a lot of people skip on it, and I'll be the first to admit that I skipped on it. But sleep and letting yourself going through a certain number of REM cycles and getting at least 6 hours is very important, right? What did Gap say? I guess when challenged the established religious authority and led to the growth of denominations such as Methodist and Baptist. I see. Yeah. Christianity awakenings. Okay, and then also historical challenges that were challenged. For example, 1730, 74 over time of significant history, along with the religious challenges in up and down roller coaster. I see. Yeah, I see where you're going. The great markers of at each time of significant history and religious significance, hence the changes, and you have to be aware of yourself to be able to feel the awakening or learn to connect the energy. You have to be, you have to be aware of yourself. Absolutely. You have to know yourself, right? On a certain level. Uh, we give out to connect. We give out to connect to the Great Awakening. Okay, lovely words. Thank you for sharing that, Gap. There's a 48-hour stream coming this weekend. Yeah, but don't do it all yourself. Don't do it all yourself. Do it. Do your 48 hours, but don't do it all yourself. Take shifts. There's plenty to be said, Colleen says, that growth does get uncomfortable, that we learn better from mistakes or when things don't go as expected. I personally get impatient as I am waiting for others to catch up. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Sometimes, listen, and like there are people, and this happens to everybody too. There are moments in our lives where we need to trip over that rock ourselves, even if we've been told, right? We need to trip over that rock ourselves to understand, right? That the rock is really there, or to really be aware of the rock. Abiding in comfort zones will kill progress and success. Times of sleep and rest are very important mentally, physically, and spiritual. Thank you, Brother Lee. Some of us have to be first, but that doesn't mean I've got to be everybody else's alarm clock. Okay. Oh, okay. That's funny. That's a great comment. Give out energy. Exactly, Colleen. Yes. Yeah, big fan of sleep. Yeah, it's really good for your overall general health, right? All right, guys, before we forget here, anybody who's wanting to come to the Great Awakenings workshop, it's going to free workshop. Make sure you're joining the waiting list, the wait list. Inspiration, here's the link. If you guys haven't signed up, make sure you join the wait list. There it is. It's also in the description below. Make sure you join the wait list. And that's going to be a couple hours workshop. If you happen to miss for work or for because you couldn't be on it on the call, we will repeat this workshop every so often. So make sure you sign up. Don't worry about missing it, because if you don't hit it the first time, you'll hit the second. And so, by the way, before I forget, let's see.
How about it there, Putsy boy?
I listen. I was not expecting a putsy boy, but I know what you're talking about. Okay. I'm showing them, Arg. I'm showing them. So, in this beautiful, wonderful image that Arg generated, you can see, right? You see him right here. There's Arg hiding in the image. There you are. He snuck himself in there, little green blob. There you are. I'm letting people see you, Arg. There you go. There's Arg. And there you are. I didn't forget, Arg. I didn't forget. I promised I'd show them. So, where's Arg? So, we were talking about Where's Waldo when we created it, and Arg decided to sneak himself in there. So, being out of your comfort zone, let's see. Being out of your comfort zone helps you have and require new skills. It will help you develop coping mechanisms, make an incident, and make you a little tougher. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
What do you say there now, Maria?
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, he had to say hi. So, thank you for sharing that, Maria T. and Telly.
Tin Telly Hubba Hubba.
Okay, Art. And for me also, it's a sense of accomplishment and can prove my capabilities. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Maria. So, all right, guys. Well, this has been kind of a spontaneous stream, and I want to thank everybody for being in here. If you guys, if you want to share Bird of Prey, if you want to share Bird of Prey's stream for tomorrow, Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Good to see my friend Tom in here. Good to see you. Oh, we are so glad to see him. So glad to see my friend Thomas. Let's see. Let's see if we can find something for Thomas in here. Let's see if we can say something for Thomas. Thomas, for joining us. We got to give him a little clip here. Let's see. Where's the clip for Thomas? Let's see. Okay.
The state microphone's cutting out on us. I'm awfully sorry. However, it's an unstate, so I must go.
So that is in honor of our friend Thomas, who's the first time. I think it's the first time he's been in our chat. So our pal Thomas, good to see you, my friend. So wonderful to see you. It's wonderful to see you. And yeah, some of you guys are happy to see Thomas. We are all happy to see Thomas. So Deej, put in the Oh, you got it in there. Okay. Sorry about the typos. It's okay, Maria. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive you, Maria. We will forgive you this time. We will forgive you this time, Maria.
Stay on target there now, Maria.
Okay. Guys, a remembrance stream for our friend Bird is tomorrow. That is the link. Make sure you go and set the note that you set that you want the notification, even though notifications don't work half the time. But yeah. Thomas, get on the inspiration waiting list. If you click on here, Thomas, and for the workshop, or below the stream, below the stream in the description as well is the wait list. And in about 10 or 15 days, we're going to be having that workshop, that first edition of the workshop of the you guys can't even see it anymore. See, they can't even see it anymore. We're focused on you, on the Great Awakenings workshop. Okay, so all those awakenings that humanity is going through right now. So, guys, tomorrow, Bird of Prey on Bird of Prey channel or on Deej's channel. And it's wonderful, wonderful to see everybody in here. I want to thank all of you. Let's go. I just want to go to say, Snortopupus, thank you for being here. So much wonderful. All the team at Inspiration. Our friend Thomas Patali. Good to see Thomas. Brother Lee. Good to see Brother Lee. Maria Tiantelli for being here. Thank you for being here, my friend. And Deej. Deej Odyssey. Good to see you in here, my friend. Lady Mist, the wonderful Lady Mist. Big fan of Arg is a big fan of you, and I'm sure he's happy that he's got to see you today. Colleen O'Brien, good to see Colleen. So good to see Colleen in here. I got to email you back. Good to see Gap After Dark. Wonderful to see Gap. Deej, I don't want to miss it, people. And LDG was in here. Positive Candor is in here. Lady Mist. Mercer Create. Thank you, Mercer Create, sharing a lot of Orville insights today. Quite the trivia fella for the Orville. Thank you, my friend. Snortopupus, thank you for being in here. That is about as far back as I'm going. Let's see, how far back can I go? Zax was in here. Thank you for popping in here. John Beagle Dad, the dad of Porthos himself, was in here. Good to see Zax and good to see John Beagle Dad. And everyone who was in here, everybody who's lurking. Adega's always lurking, so hello to Adega. Adega's always lurking, so hello to Adega. You know what? Because I know Adega's out there somewhere. I know Adega's out there somewhere.
These are our newly arrived surgeons, Doctors Trowbridge and Greenbaum.
Doctor?
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 And doctor. Well, we miss anyone?
We missed our buddy Adega Outlaw, Dr. Adega Outlaw. Okay. And Dr. Omega, too. Dr. Omega is a lurker, too. Happy birthday to Dr. Omega. I'm sure he is out there somewhere. So happy birthday. Hope you had a good birthday. And, well, good to see everybody. Listen, we will be back soon. And don't forget, sign up for the Great Awakenings workshop. And we will see you guys very soon. Where's my outro?
It's all I've got to say.
Thank you.
And here's one more for you guys who are still here.
What the hell you doing walking around dressed like Star Wars?
It's Comic-Con, you idiot. We're going to the Javits Center.
Well, you're the idiots because you three guys would never be walking together.
Yeah, you're his boss, and you two guys are enemies.
Yeah, bite me, Captain Kirk.
Hey,
Whoa,
Mo,
whoa,
come
whoa,
on.
whoa,
No, that's Star Trek.
Yeah, that's two different franchises.
Yeah, sorry, guys. She doesn't know.
Nah, it's okay. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
Bye, guys.